It may happen that you don't feel weak, but question yourself if this is true or just an illusion, because you may be adopting 7 habits that weaken you without realizing it. So, pay close attention to what they are so that you can eliminate them from your life immediately. But first, you must understand that strength is not always measured by the size of your muscles. It can also be measured by the ability to maintain a strong mind and spirit in difficult times. The Stoics understood this perfectly. They were known for being resilient individuals, both emotionally and physically. They believed that character strength and mental wisdom were equally important as physical strength. In fact, they believed that mental strength was cultivated in a similar way to physical strength, through the practice of self-discipline. They viewed adversity as an opportunity for growth and strengthening, rather than considering it something negative to be avoided. That said, let's now look at what these habits are that make you weak. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you won't miss out on all the valuable content we're preparing for you. Number 1, being complacent. It may not seem bad at first glance, but Stoicism asserts that being complacent often leads to weakness because it means we're yielding to circumstances and the demands of others instead of exercising our power and control over our own lives. So, the next time you think about being complacent, remember that you shouldn't seek external gratification but rather internal satisfaction, thereby demonstrating self-control and strength of character. If we let ourselves be carried away by complacency, we risk becoming victims of others' expectations and demands, instead of setting our own goals and working to achieve them. For example, let's say you have a coworker who asks you to cover their shift, even though you already have many responsibilities and urgent tasks to complete. What a Stoic would do is prioritize their own obligations. However, instead, you accept the request to avoid disappointing your coworker and conflicts. While it may seem like a kind action to complacently accept your coworker's request, it could cause you to neglect your own responsibilities and long-term goals. This can affect your performance and your ability to set and achieve your goals. Number 2, complaining. How many people do you know who spend all their time complaining? They complain about everything that goes wrong, they complain about the weather, traffic, their personal relationships, and many other things. However, they often don't realize that complaining is a habit that weakens them because it makes them focus on what's missing or what they don't have, instead of concentrating on what they have and can control. Stoicism teaches us that we should accept reality as it is, without resisting it and without constantly expressing our discontent or anxiety. Stoics teach that constant complaining is a sign of a failure in our ability to accept and adapt to change. Furthermore, constant complaining can also be a way of shifting responsibility for our problems to others or external circumstances, instead of taking our own responsibility to resolve them. Instead of complaining, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control in adverse situations, such as our attitudes and actions. Rather than complaining, we can find solutions and take actions that allow us to move toward our goals. Number 3, conformity. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-determination, independence, and the ability to control our own actions and thoughts to achieve a full and happy life. Therefore, conformity is considered a habit that weakens a person. Being conformist means accepting reality as it is, without questioning it or trying to change it. Stoics believe that this should be avoided because it goes against the idea of rational self-determination and independence. From the Stoic perspective, being satisfied with what already exists can lead to complacency and decadence because there's no motivation to improve or make changes in our lives. Stoics view challenges and difficulties as opportunities to pursue virtue, improve, and grow as a person. Number 4, emotional dependence on others. When we rely too much on others' emotions, we surrender our lives to their ups and downs. Stoicism teaches us to have control over our own emotions and not to depend on external approval or recognition to feel good. Instead, we should seek self-development to improve self-control. Emotionally depending on others is underestimating oneself and not trusting in one's own abilities to face emotional challenges. Stoics believe in the importance of strengthening self-esteem and self-confidence by recognizing our own worth and valuing our own abilities and strengths. Number 5. Excessive self-compassion. If you feel bad, that's okay, we all feel that way sometimes. However, don't let past failures or emotions dominate you. Stoicism teaches us to see adversity as opportunities for growth, to seek lessons in them, and to take steps to improve in the future. A habit of excessive self-compassion can make you believe that you're a victim of circumstances, that others have harmed you, and that everything that happens to you is beyond your control. Stoics, on the other hand, emphasize that although there are things we can't control, we can control how we react to them and take responsibility for our own lives. Number 6. Fear of failure. It's important to understand that failure is a natural part of the path to success. Even the most successful people in the world have stories of failure. If you fear failure, you'll never take risks, never step out of your comfort zone, and never experience the growth that comes with challenges. Stoicism teaches us to face failure with courage and resilience, seeing it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Number 7. Lacking a clear purpose in life. Not having a clear purpose in life can weaken you emotionally and make you more vulnerable to life's vicissitudes. Stoics consider having a clear purpose as a fundamental necessity because it provides direction, motivation, and meaning to our lives. Stoics believed that living without a clear purpose was harmful because it led to a life of disorder, confusion, and lack of direction. Understandably, eliminating these negative habits may seem challenging at first, but Stoicism encourages us to work on ourselves and create a